Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3, our Emperor Meiji and the Japanese Empire, and welcome back to 1906, a year that will go down in infamy in Japanese history since, what we saw in the last month was an absolute disaster. Check out the last episode if you haven't seen it yet. And despite our glorious naval victories versus both the home fleet of the British as well as the Russian fleet, due to whatever heavenly interference apparently or some other weird things, the Russians managed to land their main army with 500 battalions in Japan and took over the Japanese Isle, leading to this terrible devastation all over the place, which hopefully should go down very soon and lead to an improvement of the situation. However, we are here now and we've lost this war, which leads us to paying 165,000 gold to the Russians for the next couple of years. Let's check out the status of our truce. It's thinking about it. We had a short recording pause. Thinking about this one still makes me a little bit angry. You might have noticed last episode. Anyways, we just blame it on the incompetence of our border security, of our coast guard or something. I don't know. Actually, our navy was great, but still we couldn't prevent this. Let me be whiny one last time and let me blame the engine fully for this disaster. Anyhow, let's think about how we're gonna continue. And yeah, we are Japan and we're the world's second biggest power, and they're still like GDP-wise power number one. How we have managed to grow in such a short time and to become a major power, and now being defeated by whysoever Great Britain interfered in us fighting Russia, despite their former rivalries, and fighting alone versus Russia and Great Britain. So at the same time we've got not betrayed, but the Northern German Federations didn't fight on our side, so a lot of things went wrong and differently than planned. What is the implications for Japanese society, what we're gonna do? I think a proud nation as the Japanese are, and like especially with this change, will not take this easily. So I think this will potentially lead to a further radicalization, and that's called imperialistic desire. This catastrophe was only a couple of months long, but it was a deep humiliation for our pride. So I think that the only real effect what comes out of this is kind of revenge, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna... Actually, I wanted to check how long this is gonna last. Is it not showing how long this is actually? How long is the truce? Truce with 1911, 5 years. So we have apparently paid the burden of paying the Russians for 5 years and preparing for our next chance to go in. Maybe there might be chances to interfere in between when other countries start some diplomatic plays. We will see. Anyways, I think revenge is the main issue these days, and especially it's not only revenge, it's also a kind of bitterness in Japanese society. How uglily we were backstabbed also by the Brits, or I think there was no bigger reason why the British actually, like, why would they come to the aid? So we haven't had a problem with them. We were trading, or we are trading again a lot. Also, the Germans, they have a trade agreement with the Russians. That's kind of surprising. But they have a... Okay, I felt like the British are actually not so liberally forward as I thought. And that's surprising. Anyhow, it will lead to a certain feeling of resignation of Japanese people towards Westerners. And I think, considering that we're in 1906, we're not talking about World War I or anything comparable. And I also, to be honest, don't know the historical exact consequences on Japanese society of the World War and so on. However, I think it's kind of a fit and good reasoning that this will lead to, considering German history, for example, this will lead to increasing nationalism. I wouldn't necessarily call for fascism right away, but I feel like our Japan is going to drift to an even more aggressive and militarized society. That's my consequences for it. And by saying this, I also kind of exclude already what I had in mind in the first very episode, when an introduction to the series, I talked about a rough schedule where we might go into imperialistic phases and maybe use we have 30 years to go, the last 30 years or something, to start to grow like an pan-Asian happiness sphere where we maybe get cultures in that we not discriminate any other Asian cultures anymore and try to kick out the Europeans. Kicking out the Europeans is still a thing. However, we're not talking about it's not for the sake of Asian happiness or their interference. It's more for revenge and to really manifest as the big boss here in the region. So easily spoken. However, let's see how we can manifest this. And to be honest, the first thing we need to overcome is this damn. We had got some more debt, and now we have really problems over here. I mean, it's okay. We can actually have this for a while, but just by paying the Russians so much is already terribly annoying. Well, let's see what we can do before we get in. We're still paying here. We're also not gonna lower these ones. Probably we just got to wait for a bit since, until the devastation goes down and so on. And expand further our industry. After this, I think I will also, let's have a look at our construction sector. Yeah, barracks are in construction. So actually after the war we'll have more soldiers, but I think this is one of the ways we need to go. And then probably see what we can do, who our friends are going to be, who maybe we can find a situation that will help us. Okay. I think kind of want to end. It's a good question if we should end the alliance with the Germans, because they have a rivalry with the Austrians, but still with the Russians also. And then they consider the French and the Americans considered them. Yeah, but the Americans were not really able to interact with us anyways. Yeah, I think then let's keep it in improved relations with the French. And yeah, maybe they can be of big help. And then I think we have to get going and see what happens anyways. Let's just go in this case already. Yeah, is there anything we can do around here? Anything in big importance? Let's have a look at our interest groups. Actually, everybody's really super happy. Our armed forces are already quite big, so they are very influential, which we need for our further plans. Oh god. And I think before the war we even had low taxation, so this is something... Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to observe where this leads to, but I feel like I don't want to overtax right now, and because I don't want to cancel all the economical growth. And we also, as you see here, we have problems here with the market access due to probably here the minus 12% in the infrastructure due to the devastation. But we're building a couple of more ports around the place. Well, maybe just in case we should also in the most important ones, let's have a look where we had problems with the access. In the most important regions, maybe we should still work against it and just increase. Okay, railway is being built here. Over here, get one more railway out, and also here, especially in Tohoku, where all the resources come from. So I don't want to wait until this is happening, so maybe we're gonna speed this up a bit. What's the one... Okay, these railway in Chubu, the railway investments were made by the... apparently made by the capitalists, so I'm happy to speed it up also. And Kansai... Did I build one? Same here. So let's bring them up front, because I definitely want to get rid of this as soon as possible. And we can declare more interest, but I think we, once again, I feel like I'm doing this every episode. Yes, there's no, we already have all the declared interests. We're not gonna survey these things, they're not really relevant for us right now. Yeah. And they don't view us as a rival enemy of the Russians. What a humiliation. We absolutely do. While the French conquer some stuff down here, alright. A donation of knowledge. Kotohito Yamagata has offered to spend some of their personal wealth to fund the creation of a university in the Ryukyu Islands. Though this will likely give the Zaibatsu some influence, but I think this is absolutely fair. Of course, let's do this. For university, I don't mind to have... Do we actually have population to run it? No. Let's have a quick look actually through our population. Yeah, it's really, I feel like, still, sorry, I'm getting whiny once again. But yeah, we fought better, we had the better results. We couldn't just push forward fast enough to take the lands as we wanted. And this landing was just a disgrace. Also, to be honest, I didn't really know how to handle the conscripts, which I probably will know next time. Actually, let's get ready and get this South China general also one more up. Once again, let me know in the comments if you fully know how the conscripts work. I think I just activated one in a diplomatic play, which just increases the number of battalions in the given region. So I think I activated the conscripts when it's too late and the armies were over here. And I wanted to activate them to defend Japan, but probably the conscripts have been directly transferred to the given generals over here. Let me know if this is the case. And where are the Germans throwing us in? In Congo, yeah, come on. I think you guys can handle Congo. This should be no problem. But this number is really worrying me. Let's speed up a bit because we gotta wait anyways. And the only good news is that it looks like that our standard of living and at the same time the GDP didn't really get bothered by this by the conflict. Yeah, we shall see where this leads to. Are we already over the devastation? No, it's really going down very quickly. Daily 1%. So yeah, 60 days. Okay, this is fast. And we do have the steam turbine unlocked. Using the power of steam to drive large rotors, turbines create tremendous amounts of energy that serve equally well as stationary machines in the plant and the driving engines of seagoing vessels. Alright, let's have a quick... The problem is our coal is very expensive, or quite expensive. I don't know if we can actually afford this switch already. It gives us also here a -7 forecast. So I think I'll introduce this slowly and carefully at certain markets. So maybe... What about if we start just in Kanto to go up here? No, still not. I mean, the electricity price will dump and we could potentially... But we will need more electricity in the future, definitely. And absolutely, for example, here for... yeah. Which will make clothes super cheap. Not 100% sure how we're gonna... maybe this is also a trick. And also to save some more labor at places, we can also go for electric engines. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna introduce this nevertheless at some places. Let's start here with the Kanto. And then maybe one more in Kyushu. At the same time, we're gonna go up with the motor industries that are very relevant for us in Kanto as well and bring them here to, yeah, I think decided here to electrical. We can't do it everywhere, I think, but at certain places. And shall we also introduce some automotives? I think we don't have demand for them yet. Maybe we'll, like Hokkaido, we can designate them to produce some automobiles. So with a little bit of luck, some people will start to enjoy them, and then we can increase the demand for that. And yeah, Chubu. Come on, let's go fully electric with the machines here. Yeah. Micronesia, exactly. They build textile fabrics everywhere in every colony. Okay. Thank you, capitalists, for doing this. Great service to us. And let's observe the market a bit, how this is developing. Okay, coal went up, absolutely. Lead, iron, coal. I feel like we're facing the same problems all the time. But the good thing is, that you see electricity went down and the engines also. And we're protecting the market, maybe not that much anymore. We're already exporting. Okay. Alright, and we have a couple of more things over here. This is the Congo. Schleswig. Okay, I really couldn't care less right now. Holstein, stuff in northern Germany, but yeah, this is not of our business. Oh, and somehow... Oh! This change here might have caused another big push in our economy. Let's have a quick look over here. Where's actually the clothes that we were supposed to go down? Oh no, it's 0%. Very nice. And suddenly we're making a lot of money over here. Okay, I'm already like, I'm also keeping, I'm rather recover a little bit here before I get it out. Okay, here we have the war with the Congolese. I hope the Northern Germans are gonna deal with that very quickly. The Austrians are doing what? Zulu. They want to subjugate... Austria-Hungary wants to subjugate Zulu down here? Zulu is here, right? Ah, okay. This northern part of Borneo. Well... Kind of versus Russia, I don't want to offend Austria, and also this area is not really so precious, so no, I'm gonna stay out of this. And also, you know, like we tried several times, the AA doesn't give you good offers to get in. I've heard actually good news for the next patch, even though we're not playing with the most recent one here right here, but with the next patches there's apparently coming a lot of nice improvements for the diplomatic plays, like reverse ways and these kind of things. I'm kind of looking forward to this. The mechanization of farming. The grand project of mechanizing agriculture throughout Japan is complete. Never before we have such abundant yields been tallied. I got a brand new combine harvester. That's fantastic. Do you think I could borrow it once you have finished your harvest? Of course, I'll give you the key. I'm glad we can work together in such a perfect harmony. Oh, wonderful. Distribute surplus food to the poor. Or the throughput. I'm not actually sure how our farms are performing. We have them many in China. No, I would rather minimum wealth. Yeah, come on. Then we can also look what's possible over here. Yeah, because of it costs more electricity. So maybe I'm actually interested now in like shuffling already more, since just to observe the effect. Kansai. The profit is lower. Come on, let's shift fully to coal-powered. I said let's take it slowly, but fully to coal-powered. We have arcades over... Oh no. I'm gonna do... Also, we'll do this one, because it saves us a lot of laborers, I think. I go for, but I don't wanna... Okay, let's introduce arcades in a couple of places. It will also drive up steel and glass prices, but I think this is going to be an interesting change or push in our economy. Maybe I'm happy to do the radical change right now, and rather get it going before we come. These guys, you in China, you also get a little bit nicer things. Oh, here you can... Oh, perfect. I don't want to go for all colonies arcades. I find it a little bit odd. So, yeah. I'd rather have the heavy changes in the industries right now before I... Okay, the canning is already moved. Sorry. Before I do it slowly. And now in the moment where we have this radical shift anyway. So I think this is a good moment. Texas might... We can get rid of a lot of... But we still have the laborers actually, so no reason to do it already. Yeah. And there's some more stuff here with electro... Okay, we can do some electrolysis. This is probably nice. Are we doing... Okay, we're doing explosives everywhere, so then it's just globally change it. We should profit apparently also from it. Motor industries have been slowly done. Here we're not electric yet. Here we can... Shall we go here? Electricity will get very, very expensive. But apparently we save money also over here. So do we have streetlights already actually? Not in Hokkaido apparently. And it's Kansai, it's electric. Okay, then let's introduce some more. Chubu... Probably we have just to build a couple of more power plants also. Okay, we go fully electric in Japan at least. And also we could consider over here for the public transport actually. We haven't really done anything about this. Transportation, public motor carriages or trams? I feel like... Let's start with some trams, actually. I find it more... Kanto... Partially, I thought it would be nice. So this one is expensive, so I don't want to blast it out everywhere. But actually, yes, I will. Japan has to have trams, come on. We are among the richest nations, not in the colonies, but this is good. Anything else? Oh, I'm spending really a lot of time changing around here. We can get going. Actually, let's keep it running on 3. Fertilizers are in here already. Yep. We can do cheaper meat, more fertilizer. What do we have? Still electricity problem, but we already go for this change, of course. Full scale production, coal mines. Here's everything good. Good. There's plenty of options actually where we can save up some workforce. We should remember this the next time. Wood looks good. Should we need more hardwood? Then let's just switch harder to hardwood over here. Yeah, this is an episode where we need to adjust, I think, a little bit ground-lying things. In order to get things going, because now I don't want to witness such a humiliation again. So full-scale hardwood. Okay. And I know already that coal is getting expensive due to our coal power plants, so I think we should definitely also... We can't get more, actually. That's why we wanted to invite Manchuria. Now it comes all back together. We need more power plants. Nevertheless, this is one of the things that need to be done, and let's do it. And then we shall import more coal. And yeah, my happy surplus already changed back to a minus very quickly, so yeah. The music actually playing? I feel like the music's very silent for me today. Let me know. Maybe it's because of my current setup. Yeah. Let's have a look in the world. What is happening? Okay, Congo has been taken by the Germans. I wonder if when they... Yeah, it's a little bit jumpy right now. And we unlock the telephone. We can now build electric industries and therefore also improve our bureaucracy and a lot of fronts, which we probably should do. And I think definitely this is something, just especially as Japan, I feel like as one of the major drivers of probably nowadays, or since, I don't know when it started in Japan, but one of the countries with a strong electrical industry. We definitely get some out here. 6 for the start, and then and after the 6 we will adjust the amount of the telephones we need for how many government buildings we're gonna change. Yeah, and we do have a new technology to choose. This one is researching anyways. And I think the time has come. I mean, is there anything we need to do over here really badly? 7 years, too long. 3 years. This might be a chance if there's anything really important over here. I mean, this is always helpful. I think I'll go here. I get the radios we wanted to get, so we can actually change to dreadnoughts. That was something. Right, radio we need for dreadnoughts. Let's have a quick look over here. This was radios, yeah. But our navy was fine. I mean, would potentially have got myself. Let's go for pneumatic tools here first, and then we decide if we go for radios for the dreadnoughts or for this NCO training, which lead to new infantry. I feel like our army was the problem, not the navy. So that's what we're gonna do. Coal. Can we import more? Yeah, from the Brits and from the Americans. Okay. But apart from this, yeah, maybe we can also do some not very productive deals. Yeah, let's do it just in case, and then maybe the conditions get better over time, but we need more coal. There's no doubt about that. We also seem to need iron, where we can still do something about it. That's great to see. But we're lacking workforce both in Hokkaido and in Sakhalin, so let's see what we can do about this actually. In these provinces, I'm pretty sure we can save something up. Maybe is there any cheaper options where we can actually... Coal mines are stuffed with these things. Just, yeah. Yeah, we just switch here to rail transportation. This frees up already a lot of labor in the mines themselves, because these ones also the ones we are extending. Chainsaws, no, not yet. I think this is where we'll start. The gold mines is fully equipped. Sulfur, also rail. Yeah, I'm gonna do this here manually. Some people find this a little bit finicky, but like I could do it probably better on the menu where I normally do it. But sometimes it's also nice to see, I think, in a certain area or in a province what is actually going on over there. So that's why I'm doing this. Chemical, I mean here. Introduce all these wonderful new things. Oh, and there's oil. I didn't know. So also Sakhalin is going to get some oil in here for sure. Then we shall also, I think, put some greener grass in here, since we will not need some oil workers in Sakhalin as well. And did we overcome actually the devastation? Yeah, we absolutely did. And do we have any problems with market access? I'm sorry, I'm getting so easily distracted by certain things. No, market access seems to be fine. I don't see any problems anywhere, so that's good to see. Let's have a look at the not good running trade routes. I think we can cancel stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense. Hardwood, well, when it's really bad, maybe we can cut 1 or 2 of them. I mean, we can always get them back. Actually, let's cut all apart from the... Let's cut all apart from the not really efficient coal imports. And also maybe the iron one for the moment. And then we shall see what we can do. Is there any other import we can do for coal? No. Iron. Is there any substantial amount? No. Glass. I mean, we can produce some ourselves. The Dahomis. No, I don't want to get glass from Africa. Oh, fertilizers. A lot of cases, fertilizers quite... oh, we're exporting also some. A lot of times it's quite cheap. But is there anything we need to export badly? I mean, oil will become expensive. Already I'm quite sure about it. But just for the moment, maybe make the Frenchies happy with it. Silk. All in these tiny amounts. To Chile. Let's make an export good also. Artillery. Yeah, for the moment. To the Chinese, why not? Then we've got small arms. Oh. Looks like we need to... No, the Russians won't get any. Looks like we need to build more barracks apparently, because we have so many... Not so cheap weapons. Some ships to the Portuguese, some meat to America, some fine prime Wagyu here coming in, and some cheap wood also. Belgium, Chile, America. Yeah, of course in France I always try to pick rather, you know, the big markets to see where this leads to. Because they can extend it to see what it leads to. Because the deal, the trades, you know, sometimes you start with this, but over time the trade rules grow and grow and grow if you have enough, you know, ships available to do so. And then also the amount grows, so it can be, sometimes it's a good start, and if it's not at the beginning a slight red, it can quickly develop over time and with scale into a quite profitable trade route. Tomasaburo Uryu, leader of the trade unions, has made a remarkable play for power in the capital in order to secure a spot for trade unions within the government. However, it's not entirely clear if they should be rewarded for their novel tactics. There's only one light in the street that leads to the trade union's headquarters. There's also one light inside. There, Tomasaburo Uryu relaxes amongst the sumptuous mahogany furniture and velvet cushions. The lamp is identical to those that have been sent from the east. The ends justify the means, and our means are very, very justified. It's difficult not to believe in him when he offers an inviting seat by his side. Okay. Trade unions. No, all is fair in love and war. Political strength. Are we having them? We're not currently having them in the government, I guess. No, and we also don't necessarily want them to grow too fast. No, we want our militarized proto-fascist state as mentioned in the beginning of the episode. Alright, talking about proto-fascist state is probably a wonderful end for this year. Actually, we are by the end of 1907, which is nice. Let's go just for the completeness. Let's go into the next one. And then I think it's a good time to end this very episode where we faced the frustration and the aftermath of the beginning disaster and catastrophe of the Japanese society. However, we hopefully shall emerge more powerful than ever in a short time. And I feel like the first steps have been done. Let me know what you would do, or if you think this represents a correct dealing with the current situation. Anyways, I hope you liked this episode. If you did so, please leave me a like and subscription. It helps the channel a lot, motivates me very much, and costs you nothing. So thank you very much on this side. And yeah, see you next time in 1908. And yeah, where we shall continue with the story of Japan, the Japanese Empire, and the last 28 years of this game. So see you soon. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.